Good evening. This is Akashvani Kohima. I am Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Nagaland government gives 1 month's time to in-service government doctors engaged in private practice to dissociate themselves or forgo non-practicing allowance. Nagaland Health Department reiterates action against in-service government doctors or health workers found absent in their posting place. Lok Sabha passes Registration of Births and Deaths Amendment Bill 2023, and all civil work projects executed by Public Works Department required to obtain technical and administrative approval and planning clearance. Now the news in detail. Nagaland government has given 1 month's time to in-service government doctors of the state engaged in private practice to dissociate themselves from private practice or forgo non-practicing allowance (NPA). Informing this to media persons today at Kohima, Commissioner and Secretary Health and Family Welfare Department Y. Sabha admitted that despite the laid-down instructions issued under a relevant act of the Health Department from time to time, the matters relating to private practice by government doctors and NPA could not be followed in letter and spirit. He, however, said after the issue was adversely viewed by the Nagaland Lokayukta, the department, of the series of consultations with medical doctors and medical associations, issued instructions through an office memorandum on July 31 for in-service government doctors to adhere to or face disciplinary action. He said there are around 300 plus in-service doctors availing the NPA, costing an average amount of about 9 crore rupees annually. Kikedu also informed that around 51 in-service government doctors are involved in private practice and availing NPA. The Health Commissioner said the department in its directive has asked in-service government doctors availing NPA as well as not availing NPA and engaged in private practice in their own hospitals or in partnership to either close down the private hospitals or to dissociate from such partnership within 1 month. While directions are also issued to the in-service government doctors who are availing NPA and involved in private practice in private hospitals or clinic to either stop private practice or to forgo their NPA within 1 month from the date of issue of this office memorandum. Kigedo also said the in-service government doctors not availing NPA are allowed to give private consultations and services with prior approval of the competent authority to the needy patients strictly during non-working hours. The Health Commissioner further appealed to all the private hospitals, clinics and nursing homes not to engage any in-service government doctors, nurses, technicians and health workers in their establishments and cautioned that their license would be cancelled if failure to comply. Nagaland Health Department has reiterated action against those irregular in-service government doctors or health workers found absent in their posting place. Commissioner and Secretary Health and Family Welfare Department Y. Sabha said it has come to the notice of the government that some in-service government doctors or health workers are irregular in their place of posting, hampering the healthcare delivery system in their respective health units. Kigedo therefore warned that in the event of report of absence of the employees from the place of posting without proper leave permissions from the competent authority, actions will be initiated as per the Nagaland Government Servants Conduct Rules 1968 and the Nagaland Services Discipline and Appeal Rules 1967. The Outpatient Department (OPD) in all the state government health units will start operating from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. from 10 August onwards. Nagaland Health and Family Welfare Department, in a note issued yesterday, stated that the OPD in all government health units has been rescheduled from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. instead of 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. The department has directed all concerned controlling officers to strictly comply with the order. The Lok Sabha today passed the Registration of Births and Deaths Amendment Bill 2023. The bill seeks to amend the Registration of Births and Deaths Act 1969, which provides for the regulation and registration of births and deaths. The Act provides for the appointment of a Registrar General, India, who may issue directions for registration of births and deaths. The bill adds that the Registrar General will maintain a national database of registered births and deaths. The bill adds that in cases of births, the specified persons will also provide the Aadhaar number of the parents and the informant. The bill states that a national database may be made available to other authorities preparing or maintaining other databases. Minister of State for Home Niti Anand Rai moved the bill, which was passed amid din with brief discussion. This news comes to you from Akashvani, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News On Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Nagaland government said all civil work projects executed by Public Works Department are required to obtain technical and administrative approval and planning clearance before implementation of any project. An office memorandum issued by the Works and Housing Department stated that the Planning and Coordination Department has set up competent authorities for the approvals of civil works projects before implementation. It said projects below 3 crore rupees will be approved by the chief engineer concerned, while high-level technical committee and SPRMCC between 3 to 5 crore rupees and SLPIMC of 5 crore rupees and above. Union Rural Development Minister Giriraj Singh denied the report that the government is reducing the 25% budget of the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme (MGNREGA) in this financial year. Replying to a question in the Lok Sabha, the minister asserted that the centre is committed to release funds to the states and union territories as per the provision of the scheme. Singh further said that whenever additional funds are required, the Ministry of Finance is requested to provide the funds. The centre has clarified that it is not going to review the existing new pension scheme as of now. In a written reply in the Rajya Sabha, Minister of State for Finance Pankaj Chowdhury said that the centre does not intend to assure its employees the pension of 40% to 45% of the last drawn salary, replacing the existing market-linked pension. The Union Minister also clarified that a committee constituted by the centre to review the existing new pension scheme of the government employees has not given its report. Advisor for IPR and Soil and Water Conservation, Imkong L. Limjan said cultural traits evolve with time, but ethos of tradition remained the same. He was speaking at celebration of Tsangremong, one of the premier festivals of the Ao community at Ungma village in Mukokchung today. The advisor said one should not forget the ethos of their tradition because their unique identity lies in their customs and tradition. Extra Assistant Commissioner of Beren District, Gaved Tito Rose, said accurate data is necessary for proper planning of a state. He said this at a district-level consultation for formulating the Sustainable Development Goals (SDG) District Roadmap at Beren today, organized by SDG Coordination Center of the Planning and Transformation Department. Rose therefore urged the head of offices to collect or gather correct data for successful implementation of SDG Roadmap for Beren District. The district-level consultation was organized to formulate the Beren District SDG roadmap to achieve the Nagaland SDG Vision 2030. And now 20 News, here are the main points again. Nagaland government gives 1 month's time to in-service government doctors engaged in private practice to dissociate themselves or forgo non-practicing allowance. Nagaland Health Department reiterates action against in-service government doctors and health workers found absent in their posting place. Lok Sabha passes registration of births and deaths, Amendment Bill 2023. And all civil work projects executed by Public Works Department are required to obtain technical and administrative approval and planning clearance. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.